Rice is cultivated widely in Asia. Asians celebrate rice as an important staple and as the basis for many of their traditional practices, myths, and beliefs. Larry Gabao, in his paper Philippine Occupational Dances, states that in the agricultural country like the Philippines, the rice field becomes an everyday life space. Thus, art forms specifically in dance have evolved within this space. Pagaspas or harvesting, for example, is danced when the palay is ready for harvest, and pagik or threshing is another dance done by threshing the harvested palay, separating the grains from the stalk. The work around rice is tedious that to ease the burden, Filipinos sing, play, and tell jokes accompanied by guitar. Two Mindanao practices, the Blaan Aftu Faful Amla Fali and the Manobo Dulangan Sunti, documented here, and like the rest of the rice-producing cultures in Asia, these practices evolved out of rice. Cultivating rice is in itself an indigenous knowledge system. Around it, complex practices, countless artifacts has been made. The Philippines' most monumental site and greatest engineering feat, the rice terraces in Banawe, was built to make the mountains hospitable to rice farming. In Mindanao, many performances center on rice as central motif or even the main narrative. Documenting a Blaan cultural resource is connected to the Blaan cosmology. There are rituals needed to be conducted so that the spirits, Duata, and other deities approves of the documentation and that the materials gathered are securely stored in the devices. That done, the documentation is secured with the blessings from the spirits and the materials can now be transcribed. The Blaan rice ritual is not for entertainment. It has a sociological function that completes the Amla Fali, the rice planting and harvest cycle.
Dalawa lang, magtunog naman na. So dapat mag-perform sa may palay
Oo,
lang.
pag mag-perform dyan, may palay talaga.
Ay, tatlo lang.
Oo, kasi kung wala, mabunyi ang magkaganyan.
It gathers the community and reinforces the connection of food to the spiritual life of the Blaans. It's basically pounding of rice, music making is secondary. According to the source, the musicality removes physical strain, making the work easy. The conscious construction of the dal in the performance area tells that music making that is percussive is conscious. Aftufa Ful Amla Fali is a ritual conducted before planting rice. This is done the day before Mla Fali. It is said that when this ritual is performed, all participating men and women folk never gets tired, injured, get pricked by thorns or fall into a ravine, and even get hungry before the plot of land gets completely planted, no matter how wide the plot of land to plant. Admuman is another ritual done a few days before harvest. Young rice or pinipig is pounded, prepared, and cooked. 2 weeks before rice becomes ripe for harvest, baskets of young rice is harvested. This is the next time the dul is heard, signaling the community gather one more time, telling them to prepare for harvest happening in few days.
Ando po.
Almito Tuku Fali completes the cycle of Blaan rice rituals. This is a Thanksgiving ritual for a successful season. This happens in October.
Number laki.
The rituals are always conducted in an auspicious part of the house. Near the entrance, and a special floorboard is created and reserved for this purpose. This floorboard is called dul. A dul resembles a board at least a foot wide with a clapper underneath. The dul acts as a resonator and provides sound when the mortar is banging is stifled by rice. The banging, clapping sound invite the spirits as well as the community as this signals for a feast, as all rituals involve food and communion with the community. Like many Philippine occupational dances, the rice rituals use performance properties related to rice. Container and winnowing baskets, the rice pounder or mortar and pestle, or in Blaan, the sung and the lo and the rice itself. The ritual can be performed by up to 4 people at a given time. Just like any communal activities of the IPs, one may be replaced by another if one feels tired. A 5th person may be the one adding or removing rice. A chanter may recite the prayers.
Nangamsarat. Ko ta koy tatak ko ta suka ko ibu. Idong
The preparation of the food is also performative and complex. The pyramidal or conical rice, for example, has correct assigned number. For healing, it should be tied for 5 per bundle, but 4 for rituals. Chants are recited before the service plate is passed around for everybody to take a bit of food for the first bite. Amla Fali, or rice planting, is a part of the Blaan life pattern. It's a communal activity. Everyone participates, but the biggest chunk of the responsibilities falls in the shoulders of plat owners, but those with or without land are compelled to take part of the activity. Everybody partakes of the blessing, even if one just happened to pass by, he is given something to take with him. Planting usually happens in March, one field after another, day after day. The Manobo Dulangan ritual of Thanksgiving is conducted after rice harvest. The ritual consists of music making. The melody is produced by the bamboo zither togo, accompanied by the rhythmic pounding in 1/2 measure of the rice in rice pounder. Chanting accompanies the music making. Like the Blaan, the rice ritual is not for entertainment. It has a sociological function that completes the rice planting and harvest cycle of the Manobo Dulangan. Unlike the Blaan Almito Tuko folly, the suntik is not communal but more of an intimate prayer of thanksgiving in a household. Like the Blaans, the suntik is basically pounding of rice, but music making is of a primary motive. The ritual implements the alho and lusong, the mortar and pestle, and the tugo or zither. The minimum number of performers are 2. The male usually performs the music on the bamboo zither, composed to the rhythmic pounding of the rice on the alho. The zither or togo for the Manobo Dulangan sludoy to the Blaan saluray to the tiwolis is a 6-string instrument tonsed to a pentatonic scale. Played by 2 hands, the right producing the pentatonic melody and the left a consistent drum. These rituals are part of a complex practice that involves the community. It is a series of rituals that is time-specific. Within the rice cycle from selection and preparation of the land to harvesting. To perform these rituals authentically on stage is therefore impossible, but they can be staged for educational purposes just like presenting an intangible cultural practice in a museum.